from Jaipur, and in this video we are going to discuss about if you are planning to incorporate a foreign company in India, or you are already incorporated a foreign company in India. So what are the mandatorily compliances under the various acts such as Companies Act, Income Tax Act, GST Act, and FEMA, and there are various other acts in which company may be fall. So in this video we are going to discuss what are the mandatory compliances under the Companies Act, as well as Income Tax Act, as well as GST Act, right? And this video is going to be very helpful for you if uh, uh, if you already incorporated your company in India, and I will guide each and every uh, each and every compliances which is applicable on your company, right? Compliances of company is very important for the smooth running of company, and for the avoiding the penalties which is imposed by the regulators uh, under the different acts, right? So firstly we have to understand, before going on the compliances, what is the foreign subsidiary company. If a foreign company, if any foreign company own at least 50% or more of company equity shares, that company is regarded as a subsidiary of a foreign company, right? In this situation, the name foreign corporation is called the holding company, and the company in which the foreign company has holded the shareholding, it's called the subsidiary company, right? The compliance requirement depend on the various business factors. It must be aware of the regulation that must be followed depending on the sort of company that is established, the sector in which operated, the number of employees, and yearly turnover, right? Thereafter, we have to start the compliances under the Companies Act 2013. As per Section 380 and 381 of the Companies Act 2013, foreign subsidiary must comply with the following crucial requirement. Under Section 80, which says Form FC1 is to be filed by the foreign subsidiary company within 30 days from the date of incorporation in India, and the form must be submitted along with the necessary documents, certifications from other Indian regulatory organizations, including the RBI. The another form is Form FC3. FC3, which is regulated through the Section 380 of Companies Act 2013. Depending on the where the company was incorporated in India, the first must be submitted with the Registrar of Companies. The form must include the locations where the company will conduct the operations, as well as company financial record. Another form is Form FC4. The Form FC4 related to the company yearly return. It must submitted within 60 days from the conclusion of prior fiscal years, right? Another compliance is financial statement that has to be filed by the foreign company. For Indian operations and business, the company must provide the financial statement within 6 months from the fiscal year and fiscal year ending of the fiscal year. They must include the following statement on transfer of funds, statement of repatriated earnings, statement on related party transactions, right? Accounts must be audited. A practicing chartered accountant must audit of all the foreign subsidiary companies account. So these are the compliances which I have discussed before, mandatorily under the Companies Act 2013, right? Thereafter, we will discuss the where other compliances which is mandatory under the Income Tax Act and GST Act. I will discuss the first of all income tax compliances. It means the foreign company must file the income tax return every year on or before the due date, which is provided under the Income Tax Act 1961. Hope this video is very helpful for you for understand the compliances which is applicable on the foreign company. And if you have any doubt related to this, you can contact also on the number given on the screen, as well as If you have any query related to the income tax, GST, import export, so you can also contact on the number given on the screen. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Thank you very much.